secret hats, patched out costumes, and male characters with female alternates. The world of Super Smash Bros. Seems pretty cut and dry until you dive deep into the world of Nintendo and discover all the alternate costumes that were never actually featured in the game. Some of these costumes were found deep within the game files, showcased on demos, or originally appeared and then got removed by Nintendo. From the original Smash Bros. All the way up to the Ultimate Edition on the Switch, check out these rejected costumes and learn why they didn't make the cut. 1. Giant Donkey Kong. One of the big boss battles featured in the original Super Smash Bros. Is against Giant Donkey Kong, essentially just a much larger version of the DK we get to use in the game. While Giant DK is unplayable on standard games, players are able to choose the massive beast in the debug mode. Among the hidden files in Super Smash Bros. Is a collection of alternate costumes and colors for Giant DK. These colors are never seen in the game, as the character was only intended as a boss and not for use within traditional battles. One of the main reasons Giant DK has the alternate colors built into his code is because the game code was likely copied directly from the standard Donkey Kong. Instead of removing the alternate costumes, game designers simply just left the codes among the files. 2. Damaged costumes. In Super Smash Bros., characters shoot, throw, and punch each other through some pretty hectic situations without much damage to show from it. Nintendo knew how ridiculous this could be and wanted to change it up for some of the characters when developing Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Nintendo Wii. The main goal was to showcase damaged accessories and costumes as the players went through the battle. Ideas for the damage included Link's sword, some guns, and a variety of head accessories. Through some deep diving into the Brawl files, players were able to uncover some of the unused damage designs within the game. Some of the best examples come from Meta Knight with his cracked and broken mask. Captain Falcon even has a design which features a broken helmet piece and the reveal of a visible eye. While Brawl was unable to fully implement the feature, the idea still came to life in Smash Bros. For the Wii U when the boxer Little Mac showcased increased visual damage as he went through a battle. 3. Joker/Jane. Out of all the franchises available at Nintendo's fingertips, one of the last ones we ever expected to see appear in Super Smash Bros. Was Persona. The character of Joker was one of the first ones announced for Ultimate's DLC, and Joker truly fit into the roster of characters pretty well. With his smooth combat, mysterious appearance, and plenty of special powers, Joker was worth the roster addition. In Ultimate, Joker has a wide range of alternate costumes, including some black and white formal suits. We have to wonder if Nintendo was going to push the costumes option even further by introducing a female version of Joker into the mix. While no visual graphics have been found, the DLC game coding did reveal some pretty interesting tidbits. Mainly a line of coding which reveals that there may have been plans for a female Joker costume, entitled Jane and featuring some ponytail design elements. What a nice change up this would have been, but maybe Nintendo was trying to jump the gun too soon. Jane could magically appear in the game if the character is officially announced for the next Persona sequel. Either way, the rest is up to speculation, or maybe Nintendo was just trying to troll everyone who looks deep into codes. 4. Yoshi's Stampede. Yoshi is one of the few characters who have been around since the first Smash Bros. Game, and the character has remained pretty much the same over the years. In Smash Bros. Ultimate, players have the option of choosing from 8 different skins for Yoshi. While the black skin was typically an option, the color palette was replaced with a Yoshi skin based off the new Switch game Yoshi's Crafted World. While playing as any of these Yoshi characters, you have the chance of activating his final smash, the Yoshi Stampede. In the cutscene, a fallen player gets trampled on by a whole collection of stampeding Yoshis, delivering maximum damage to the opponents. While there is a vast array of colors used in the Stampede, the Crafted World Yoshi is actually not a part of the action. All 7 of the other Yoshis are included, but the missing ones stand out. Odd thing is, Nintendo actually has the Crafted World texture included in the coding and texture pack for the Yoshi Stampede Final Smash. So either Nintendo made a mistake, left him out on purpose, or the Crafted World Yoshi is just chilling out on a cliff watching all the other Yoshi characters stomp over enemies. 5. Mr. Game & Watch. In the Smash Bros. Series, Mr. Game & Watch has the unique feature of being a completely flat character. The design and graphics really stick to the roots of the classic character, but not everything from the past was meant to be brought into the future. On the day one launch of Smash Bros. Ultimate, a patch was added to the game to alter one of Mr. Game & Watch's looks featured in battle. When the character performed a fire attack move, he would don a Native American headdress and carry a torch in his hand. Yeah, not the best look, and the racist undertones is something Nintendo should have definitely been aware of considering their history with the design. Back in 1982, the Game & Watch title Fire Attack featured the character design in a now outdated battle between cowboys and Native Americans. For the Game & Watch Gallery 4 release on the Game Boy Advance, the character designs were already removed, so it's surprising Nintendo brought them back again for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Either way, fans quickly took note of the character designs in the game demos and trailers, and Nintendo swiftly took action to remove the problem. The Native American character designs and content were all removed from the game with the patch. Oddly, this won't be the last time Mr. Game & Watch makes our list. 6. Pikachu and Jigglypuff. The first Super Smash Bros. Game for the N64 had some ambitious plans which would help kick off the whole franchise. Due to limited space and budgeting time, the game already had to cut out anticipated characters like Bowser and Mew-Two, but some of the costumes didn't make the cut either. With a more limited roster than other Smash games, the alternate costumes proved to be essential for multiplayer games and distinguishing repeat players. When it came to Pokemon like Pikachu and Jigglypuff, there were no clothes to make alterations to, so the game developers got a little creative. Pikachu had a party hat added to his costume, while Jigglypuff had various colored bows adorned to her head. These accessories come in red, blue, or green options, but the game originally had yellow designs created as well. The yellow hat and bow details can be found within the original game files, and it makes no sense why they were removed, especially when characters like Mario, DK, and Kirby all sport 4 alternate costumes. Through some game hacks and emulator versions, the yellow hat and bow have been seen in gameplay, but it's not really worth all the time and effort just to get the alternate colors. Just adjust the hues on your television a little bit instead. 7. Ridley's E3 look. The addition of Ridley as a playable character in Smash Bros. Ultimate was a big game changer and something fans have waited for several years now. The first time players were able to actually control and battle with Ridley was at the 2018 E3, where the demo of Super Smash Bros. Was presented. In the demo, Ridley looked like an unstoppable beast, but when the final game got released, fans noticed that there were quite a few changes to the look. In the original design, Ridley had 2 palettes, which featured more details, sharper edges, and a more frightening look. The claws on the hands looked like real bones, more detail was placed on the exoskeleton, and the character looked more like a fossil come to life than a mechanical beast. The final palettes chosen for these spots featured a much cleaner look, with smooth edges and the rough details eliminated. Along with worries about the game rating, the smoother design probably results in far fewer glitches when the character is in battle. 8. Villager skin tone. The Villager character from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is not just a fun fighter to play with, but truly feels like 8 different fighters because of the variety of costume options available. As opposed to just different clothes, each villager feels like a separate character to play with. When the villager characters were first announced, the final 2 characters featured unique outfits, including a female with a yellow and white dress and a male in a t-shirt. During the demos and promotional videos, the characters had light tone skin, but Nintendo saw the need to diversify from having all 8 characters with light skin and switched up the last 2 designs to feature darker skin tones. The move was a great way to offer more diversity with the characters and game in general. There were plenty of lighter skin tone characters to select from originally, and now it feels like there are even more characters to choose from in the game. 9. 3D Game & Watch Melee. And now we bring you back to Mr. Game & Watch, the simple character who just cannot seem to avoid all the attention. Well, people who dove deep into the game files of Super Smash Bros. Melee found something interesting about the character. He's not actually flat at all. While going through 3D models, a discovery was made that Mr. Game & Watch is actually a fully rendered 3D model. The attributes on the Z-axis are constantly set to 0, keeping the character completely flat while in fighting mode. The 3D render is pretty cool to see and has been used in a majority of games following Mr. Game & Watch's debut in Smash Bros. Melee. While playing with a 3D version of the character would be awesome, it kinda takes the magic away from the unique design if the 3D model was available. 10. Wario and Luigi costume changes. For die-hard Nintendo fans, all of the subtle differences with characters are instantly noticed, and this is the case with classics like Luigi and Wario. When promotional videos and materials started getting released for Smash Bros. Ultimate, there were some key differences gamers found with the characters. With Wario, several screenshots were released featuring the character. In one of them, he takes on a shark of all things, and all players could notice were the buttons on his overalls. Typically the buttons appear white, but for the screenshot, the buttons were completely gold. When the final game got released, no gold buttons were to be found, with the OG white ones back in their place. A similar thing happened with Luigi. When screenshots and footage were released of Mario's bro, the green L appeared on his alternate hat. This was a big difference from the purple L that appeared there for the previous game. Once again, Nintendo made the swap, ditching the green L and leaving the alternate Luigi costume a purple one again. It's all about the little details, and Nintendo does everything to get things right. Whew, there are so many hidden details in Super Smash Bros. With just the costumes alone. Which costumes do you wish were available in the final game? Any great ones we missed? What other characters should Ultimate add in? Well, let us know down in the comments, and stick around the gamer for more great video game content. We're releasing new videos every couple days. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe to stay up to date with the channel.